Please welcome Mallory Grimes, who will present the Salutatorian's address.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Mallory Grimes, class of 2020 Salutatorian. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I really didn't even know where to begin when writing this speech. There's really no right way to express my entire high school experience and what I've gained from it into a 5-minute speech. Something that's really important, though, is that I present a few thank yous and shout-outs to some very special people. First, I want to thank the Bay City ISD Board of Trustees and administration. Thank you for allowing us to have an in-person graduation ceremony and for all the support you've given us not only these past few months, but in our 13 years of being students of Bay City ISD. Ms. Reyes and the assistant principals, the BCHS counselors, and the rest of the rescue team. Please know that your endless hard work and dedication to make sure every student felt loved, celebrated, and important did not go unnoticed. None of this would have even been possible without y'all. To all my teachers and coaches, thank you for all your knowledge, encouragement, and overall support throughout the years. Each and every one of you have impacted me academically and through life in general, and I will forever be grateful for your influence. Mom and Dad, I don't even know where to begin with the thank yous. Y'all have always expected nothing but my best, pushed me to my limits, and never let me fall short of my full potential. Without y'all, there's no way I'd be standing on this stage right now writing the speech. Through all the blood, sweat, and tears, y'all are always the first ones to cheer me on through it all. Most importantly, I want to thank y'all for making sure I kept my faith in God at the forefront of everything I do. None of this would have even been possible if I didn't live a godly life myself and also see what a godly marriage and home looks like. Thank you for all you do. I love y'all. To all my family and my friends who have become family, y'all know who you are. Thank you for being my biggest cheerleaders in all walks of life. Whether it be something as big as getting accepted into college or as small as passing my calculus test, y'all have been there through it all. Thank you for listening to my endless rants and telling me to suck it up when I'm being dramatic. Thank you for showing me endless love and compassion through thick and thin and for never leaving my side. I'm over the moon ecstatic that some of my very best friends will be in College Station with me in a few months. I love y'all forever. Julianne, wow, you really are the valedictorian of the class of 2020. Not like it's a surprise or anything, but I'm so proud of all your hard work and dedication that got you to where you are today. There's no one that deserves this more than you. Thank you for always being willing to help me on schoolwork, and though I didn't realize it at the time, I'm glad you never just gave me the answers to anything. Who would have thought that actually learning would be more beneficial? I'm so thankful for our friendship through the years, and I know you will do so much good in your future. Thank you for raising the bar and giving us all something to strive for. Lastly, the class of 2020. Resilience is the only word I can think of to describe this group of people sitting in front of me. I know it wasn't an ideal second semester, but we can't let the last 13 years of our lives be defined by these past 4 months. Let us take a little trip down memory lane. Lord knows we've had an unforgettable run. Freshman year, that crazy clown breakout, or lack thereof. Sophomore year, the first real snow day in 10 plus years. Junior year, prom decorating, and so many more memories that have caused us to grow closer and closer as a class. Yes, we've had some bad times, but we've also had some good ones and overcome so much as a class. With that being said, it is my honor to be this class's salutatorian. To explain what a salutatorian is, I'll reference none other than UrbanDictionary.com. The person who just missed being valedictorian by a few GPA points, or a little more than a few in my case. And in the wise words of Miss Abby Lee Miller, second is the first to lose. All jokes aside, I've learned something in my time as a student at Bay City High School. It's that grades do not define your intelligence. This may sound a bit ironic coming from me, but it is so true and so important. I strongly believe in each graduating senior in this class can do something great in life. Grades are in no way an accurate measure of someone's intelligence. For instance, I get good grades and half the time I act like a complete idiot. Grades do not define you. Now I could continue to stand up here and talk about amazing teachers, unforgettable memories, and interminable friendships that have composed our high school experience. Or I could talk about all the skills that we have mastered as a class, whether it be academically, artistically, or socially. But I'm going to talk about another art that we as a class have mastered, the art of procrastination. As I was sitting on my bed with my laptop, scrolling through TikTok, and avoiding figuring out what I could possibly write about to not be boring, it suddenly came to me. What was I doing right then and there? Oh yeah, not to mention my epiphany came to me at 4 a.m. just a few days before the due date of the speech. Just so my teachers, and my mother especially, do not blow a gasket, I definitely do not advocate procrastination in any way, shape, or form. But I do want to remind everyone that high school was not just about moving from class to class. It was about discovering our interests, fulfilling dreams, and having time to interact with diverse groups of people around us. It was about participating in spirit dress-up days, spending late nights at practice just to get up for school the next morning, and waiting in the mile-long line at Whataburger after a football game. In all honesty, procrastination is the wrong word. Instead, we were discovering ourselves. It's just so, unfortunately for some of our teachers, that a lot of this discovering sometimes got in the way of doing work. But hey, we're here, aren't we? And we've made it through relatively unscathed. So what exactly does this discovering entail? It's putting ourselves out there to meet new friends, being in situations that were out of our comfort zones, and making silly teenager mistakes that we'll learn from for our future. I personally struggled quite a bit with the whole putting myself out there deal, but I've grown a lot from that, especially this year, and I'm so glad I did. I've had so many experiences, made new friends, and learned a whole lot about myself that I wouldn't have otherwise. Going right along with this self-discovery, I always try to be a glass half full kind of person. However, I've struggled a lot with that recently. I've come to realize, though, that the ultimate judge of character is in how you treat people and how you react in difficult situations. In light of this, I'm going to list a few simple actions that coincide with that glass half full mentality. Returning your grocery cart to the corral instead of leaving it in the spot next to you, opening the door for someone, paying for the person in line behind you, or giving someone a simple smile or nod when you walk past. These are all things that can make a huge difference in the lives of the people on the receiving end. Another thing is to enjoy the little things in life. Picking wildflowers, sitting on the porch listening to nature, or even having a picnic in the back of your truck because the CDC says you can't go into a restaurant. These are all part of the bigger picture in life. Taking time to notice these hidden gems can ultimately give you a whole new perspective on life. My fellow seniors, we have struggled through elementary, junior high, and high school together. We've experienced elementary school field days, awkward slow dances at the junior high homecoming dance, and now we are wrapping up our incredibly unique high school career. Though I know I haven't been extremely close with every one of y'all, I will always remember each of your smiling faces, even if a smile, or sometimes an RBF, was always shared. I wish you the best, yet I understand that we will be put through life's paces, and we will learn from these trials, and that will define who we ultimately become. I hope you all become the person you've always dreamed of being, and if you struggle, remember it's okay to ask for help. I've struggled with that a lot. I'm still learning that very hard lesson, though. And now, I'd like to leave you with my most favorite Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or you drink, or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. Thank you.